Welcome to our next FemTalk event. Today we will do our FemTalk event with Beata. Beata from Denmark, and she's energetic and super energetic and enthusiastic founder of Travelli. Today we will touch the points about being a female founder in the male-dominated world. Firstly, I want to say that thank you to Beata um, to accept our invitation and being with us today. Welcome. Hi, Beata. How are you?
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm great. I'm super excited. How are you?
Thank you. We also in this in the in today we will as we talked we will touch the points of being a female founder in the male-dominated world, which is the so actual topic, especially the last decades. So firstly, Beata, can you introduce yourself to our community? That maybe I know that they are so excited to know about your background and about your company, Travelli. So, staging on you.
Thank you so much. So yeah, hi everyone. My name is Beata. I'm originally from Hungary, but I've been living in Denmark for 7 years now, and I started a company over here called Travelli. And Travelli is a travel app for women. That's the short story. The little bit longer story is that I was doing my internship in Malaysia about 2 years ago, and I really wanted to travel within Asia, and I had very bad experiences with existing travel buddy apps because to be politically correct, I got a lot of messages from men that were not travel related. Let's just put it this way. They were rather dating and I really wanted to travel, like find a female travel buddy and travel with a girl, and I was just not able to do that, and I was really sad about it. And I deleted the apps, and I traveled alone. And during my trips, I actually met lots and lots of women who had the same experience, and that's when I realized, like, okay, it's a huge problem actually, and I really wanted to solve it. And right now with Travelly, we are helping women connect with each other and thereby travel together, and also just we have a lot of other features in the pipeline that with which we want to empower women to travel.
It's so cool that we have the actual same community. We are both of us working with women. It's so great, and hearing or see someone like doing some things for women. So, in short, I want to know that also what are the reasons in the let's talk about a little bit tech side, and what are the reasons in the shortage of girls in the tech engineering sector? What do you think about Beta?
That's a very good question. I actually been thinking about it a lot. My opinion is that this sector is still perceived as it's for men. I don't know if I'm right or not, but I know I've been nominated for an award called Nordic Women in Tech, and we also had the same discussion that was also for women in tech, and they also said that it's because the tech industry is still if you think about like developers, you normally think about guys, don't you? But I feel like it's sort of similar when it comes to founders. Like if I say CEO, and even myself was just imagining a man in a suit for a very very long time. So I'm just thinking that maybe that's the reason for it, and I think we should actually destroy is maybe not the good word, but like break these bias, because I think tech industry, engineering industry, any industry can be a perfect fit for both men but also women. What do you think about it?
Actually, the about the engineering side, the according to the research, they think that the brain, girls' brain, are so relevant to engineering. But after this, some actually not the engineering, to the technology. But after the words like coming to tech engineering words to this our ecosystem, the people actually the girls and some people think that this is like engineering is a kind of, it's a hard work, and it's a kind of male's work, and because of that we see some shortage, and we see some reduction in tech engineering of the number of girls in tech engineering. So, and we hope that in the future we will decrease this process, and we will see some improvement in the number of girls in tech.
Yeah.
So what about let's talk about the female founders, which is the like we know that after the most of the female founders, their background is technology. So what is the limitation, what are the limitations in being female founder in our world?
That's also a very good question, and I've been thinking about and talking about that a lot as well. I heard it from a lot of women that we have some disadvantages when it comes to having a company stemming from that we don't really, I wouldn't say that we don't really, but since there are like more men in the industry, there are more men role models. We were also discussing role models, and also there is some bias when it comes to funding. There's actually some research done about that I think it's about 1 or 2% of venture capital funding goes to female owned businesses, 1 or 2%, which is crazy. And then there was research done about how venture capitalists ask different questions from men and ask different questions from women. I think that's super interesting. So there's definitely some bias to break over there, but in general, at least what I think is that we have the same. I like to think that we have the same opportunities. I mean, especially here in Denmark, Denmark is very much it's doing very well when it comes to gender equality, and I also see that worldwide there are more and more initiatives for women, and I think that's helping tremendously advertising these opportunities that are specifically for women. So I would say yes, it might be difficult, but I also think that there's an opportunity there for us.
By the way, I want to announce that guys, Beata is the role model of the 2020, and maybe she can talk something about that. And one thing in about the like lacking of female founders in our market, the lack of the role models in the market in the country. So what do you think about that? Do you have any role model or
You asked me that question already. I do. I can name a person because when I go on with my business, I face different difficulties, and I usually just have some people to look up to regarding those challenges, and I usually ask them. I'm quite crazy in that sense. If I see a person from LinkedIn that has a business and I can see that he or she is doing well in something, I just message him or her. I mean, worst case, they don't reply. But I definitely agree with the fact that there are less role models that are women, that are founders and in the tech industry. And that's also something that I think that's why it's so important to have these talks and like have these events where women are a little bit lifted up and can be examples for girls that want to go on the same path.
yeah? Actually, especially the girls, they they look at the someone's and see that and say that yes, I can do that. They if they can, and also I can do that. So we need lots of more role models. Um, it will help the others to launch to start their business and in their tech career generally. And you talked about the Denmark, and what do you think generally? What kind of incentives we have, like global programs, grants, like for intent the woman to start their startup?
So actually did a talk about creativity and innovation when it comes to women. And for that, I looked up the Gender Equality Index. Apparently, there's an index for European countries, and Denmark is the second best, actually. So quite
Mhm.
nice. First one is Sweden, I think. Um, and I'm very happy because over here there are, I mean, not to say that only over here, but the things that I know about are here. There are some specific pitch events dedicated to female founders. They are trying to when there are some grants and some competitions, they are trying to target women specifically so that the ratio of the participants would be the closest to equal. um, what else there is? I've come across some opportunities, but I don't think it's only Denmark though. I was very happy to see that it's becoming a thing worldwide. I saw some competitions and I also saw some mentoring opportunities, and actually also Techstars. Techstars have this concept called Startup Weekend, and they also have some female oriented events. I actually took part in one in Kuala Lumpur. We won that, so I was very happy about it. But yeah, I am very happy to see all of these competitions and like opportunities arising.
Thank you. Yes. And in this process, generally increasing the number of female founders, what are our obligations or on promoting women entrepreneurship? Generally, I'm talking like some platforms, actually we as a female founders, or let's talk some we can say the males or government. What's the generally our obligations in promoting
Our obligations to
this movement?
promote female entrepreneurship.
Mhm.
Who I think what I think our obligation is to go out there and spread the word about maybe not us but also us, and just to tell others that it's possible. I was actually struggling with that quite a lot because I don't really like, like going out there and like talking about myself and my achievements. I feel like it's bragging to some extent, but but I got some very positive feedback. I delivered a keynote for ISEC last month, and I got many
Wow.
messages afterwards. Yeah, it was such a
Wow,
great thing.
yeah, it's a great thing that I also alumni of Isaac, and
Ah, really?
yeah, from the B2B side, B2B department. I was the vice president of B2B. It was great, yeah, and it's yes, one of the. For example, we can give an example. Isaac, it's the one of the organization which have a great movement. And it's generally promoting the female in tech, generally female entrepreneurship, the gender equality with that. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's a really great organization, and I actually really like their mission that they want to create young leaders in the world. I think that's super important, and yeah, their focus as well on women. It's
Yes.
really, really cool. So I think, yeah, we should just be present and be visible and spread the word, and hopefully it gets to a lot of girls, and they're gonna they're going to think and believe that they can do it as well, because I really think that like, oh, like there are so many people and so many, they're so awesome in different things, so anyone can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, what about the Travelli? Do you have any, like, I know you have some the community who are together travel, especially women. It's a platform like find some women who want to together who are let's take for joining, and they where they want, they're going together. Yeah, it's something like that. So, is it like anyone that especially in there between your community, female founders between them? As
In my community,
yeah, yeah.
uh not, maybe not specifically my community, but I know a lot of very cool female founders. I mean, we are trying to support each other in every way possible, and we are, as of Travelli, yeah, we are building a community of women worldwide, and trying to help them travel. And right now we are
Mm-hmm.
like redeveloping, or like further developing our app, with which you'll be able to find travel buddies or other women. But also we're working on a lot of different things that women need, such as safety is a major concern when it comes to traveling and women. So we are making some steps regarding that, and trying to give you some tips where it's good to go, and so on and so forth. But yeah, back to the women in my community. There are many great ones, and I actually at some point was thinking about having some kind of organization as well. Like, I think we could be such a good support system for each other. I just don't know how to do it yet, but I think we could really like empower each other and discuss stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, of course, the woman supporting woman
Yes.
should go this tag, the because when someone like doing something in active, it generally depends on the startup or business, doesn't matter. That active girls we see that, yeah, and others should try to support. And I think that it's a cool movement, like between the women. Yeah. And what generally in last or what is your recommendation to newbies in this sector who want to start their business, start their startup, generally in this sector, to the newbies? What are your recommendations as a female founder,
uh I
and also
have
role
so
model, and also role model?
I love it. I don't want to sound like Nike's tagline, but just do it.
Just
No,
do it. Yeah,
learning from my example, I was a little bit afraid of starting a company, because, well, it seems really difficult, and tough at times. And to be fair, it is. But I think it's also, I, it's it's one of the, no, I think I can say that it's the most rewarding thing that I've ever done. Like, really. So I would actually encourage everyone who has entrepreneurial ambitions to go for it. They don't have to feel like they're ready. I don't think that people will ever feel they're ready for such thing. I think it's like parenting in that sense. I didn't feel ready, and I just took a leap of faith, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna regret it if I don't try this out. And since then, I'm trying to live by that. Like, feel the fear, but do it anyways. And it's okay if you don't get it right for the first time. Find some people that can help you, learn from your mistakes. Okay, I'm beginning to sound very cliche, but but yeah, I think it's a great thing to do, and women need to step up and create companies, and women's problem are need to be solved. Um, so I think it's very important. And yeah, if I can help with anyone, if I can help anyone with anything, then contact me. Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. And from our previous FemTalk event, we had some speaker, Aina from Namibia. She mentioned something that network, and network. I really like that because the I we I know you from the event from Thailand. You actually the last week. It was last week or
Oh, 2 weeks ago. I'm a little confused
two,
with the times.
yeah, 2 weeks ago. So like joining any events, any competitions, or something, some organizations, some communities, also having a network. It's really good that it will be really helpful, um, like from the any teamwork side, or any finding any investor side, or some any kinds of it's something like sharing is caring. Sharing knowledge between your network, it's really helpful to all of us. So we have some questions from our audience. I want to ask. Have you ever dismotivated from male side when you started being a founder? Oh my God.
Have you ever, could you repeat it, please?
Uh, yeah, of course. Have you ever dismotivated from male side when you started being a founder?
Um, I had some fun experiences. I think it's not really much, it's not only about being a female founder, but also being a female founder and solving a problem of women, and then keeping in mind that when you go pitch at an event or when you talk to investors, they are normally men, and they are normally like men over 50 or something. So you can imagine how much they cannot relate to like how young girls are not able to travel because they can't connect with each other. So I had some interesting feedback, or like not discouraging, but just I had some people telling me like, okay, this is this is not a good idea. And I just thought, okay, thanks. But I mean, I think that's okay, and as long as they are not in my target market, sometimes it's just it doesn't your idea just doesn't resonate with someone, and that's fine. Especially if the person is not in your target market. I just try to work on my pitch as much as possible with storytelling, so that it comes across as a better it makes a better case than it used to when I started pitching.
Yeah. And actually, the depends on, maybe can we say that it depends on the places, depends on our network community, or country, that the male support the woman to any kind of activities. Can we say that it depends on the places, or
I haven't been to enough places to like form a general opinion, but the for the majority, I think men can be very supportive actually of women. At least that's what I experienced. I mean, yeah, maybe some of them, in my case, some of them didn't quite believe in my idea, and as I said, that's totally fine. I can make everyone happy. But a lot of them, really, a lot of them offered to help and to yeah, just be of assistance if I ever need it, or let them know when I need support. So I actually have very positive experience that way.
yeah. And one question from the audience: what unseen opportunities did you see that may result in making your startup a huge success? Oh, yeah.
Ooh, what opportunities?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I've come across so many opportunities that I can't actually pick one. But I think there are different opportunities for different stages that can make your startup a success. So I started with attending a startup weekend, which is obviously for the very beginning, where you can try out how it would be to start a company. I think that's really cool because you get a lot of input and you also get to network. And then later on, I applied for some competitions. I can send you some women related. It's just I don't have a list in my head, but I think competitions are also a great platform where you can try yourself out. It's always good to practice pitching. You connect with like-minded individuals. You get valuable feedback. So I think those are very, very nice. And then I know about some accelerator programs. We haven't attended any yet, but accelerators are worldwide. Also Techstars has one, and Techstars I think is worldwide, and there are many others specifically to women as well. So I think those programs, they are about like three months programs. They can be a great opportunity to like accelerate you towards success.
Yeah, and by the way, I want to mention our accelerator program in Azerbaijan. Maybe our community is especially interested with that. The SUP venture capitalist, SUP VC accelerator company. It's also have some great opportunities to for startups. It's actually, yes, 3 months or depends on the startup. Yeah, program. So. And another questions from, so how do you cope with the type of this motivation by male colleagues? You know, it's a reputation, okay? If they are in your target market and behave aggressively. Ah, okay.
They don't behave aggressively. If they are in my target market or male or men.
Male, male.
Um,
I'm in the, you have the, you're sharing the same target market.
oh, um, ooh, I haven't really met anyone like that that was our direct competitor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the, the 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 entrepreneurs that I meet and they are in the travel space, usually we find different ways to collaborate or at least to discuss some opportunities. We have valuable insights for to exchange. I haven't actually had a person, especially not a man, that was from our competitor, but yeah, so I can't really speak to that. But as I said, normally they are like, I mean, I have many founder friends that are men, and they are very helpful. And I think it's actually pretty cool to hang out with both female founders and male founders
Mm-hmm.
because they give you, if you ask them a question, it's 100% that they're going to give you completely different answers, but you need both, I think. So I got, usually when I prepare a pitch or like prepare an application, I run it by one of my friends, female founder, and then I run it by a guy as well, because they give me super cool feedback that very much like complements each other. Complements.
Uh, so we are hoping that we can meet, we can face with the same, doesn't matter both male or and female. uh, we can surrounded with the supportive people in our in us. So I think it's really special thing. And by the way, the one question I wanted to ask that the oh, let me, I forgot when you talked. I remember, I know I forgot. um it was it was, yeah, yeah. Do you have someone like say that why you are doing something for special woman?
All the time. Um,
Can you can you meet like this kind of question? Why you are doing something for just women? That like yeah.
That's the, whenever I pitch, that's the first question. Why is it only for women? And I like to make it clear that it's not because we have a problem with men. I think men are great, and traveling with men is also great. I've done that myself. I had lots of fun. But
Mm-hmm.
I think it's okay to want to have a community for women. Um, And I think it's okay to want to have a community for men as well. It's just that's not what we are doing. But also because to develop this app, I really wanted to design it to specifically to our target markets needs. And women travel differently. I mean, whether we like it or not, we are more how do you say it? Like the world is a little bit more dangerous for us, and we need specific measures. It's just not the same thing, and that's why I think we first of all need each other. I think we also need an app that can help us travel. And yeah, it's just a community. I think it's to our advantage, and so I try to say that to the men that ask me that. And funnily enough, or like maybe not funnily, but women don't usually ask me that. It's only it's only guys.
Actually, generally the females want to some special exclusive things for themselves. So because of that, we are doing something special for women. Yeah, and it's something we are finalizing. So I want to thank you to Beata, you. Thank you for today being with us. It was really great to talk with you, and my community know you deeply. And maybe in our next event, you can see Beata again. Uh, she will because without hesitating, she really accept that. So thank you again. See you our next Fem Talks. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
thank you so much for having me. Bye. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.